This is a straight Looney Tune background. Some Wile E. Coyote shit.
Hey, salute. Welcome to Skywalker Boxing Media. Team Mo Boxing, no problem. We got a special show tonight. We got two special guests joining the Tim and Tim show tonight. We got light heavyweight Alex Erb in the house out of Virginia. And we got Eric D. Style, man. You go check out his YouTube channel. He's got a great show, man. Hispanics Causing Panic. We're live on his channel tonight, too, man. Salute to Eric. Much love. He's from my hometown, El Paso. And then up top, we got Papi Chun Yayo.
Yo, heavy on the Poppy, light on the Yayo.
On the bottom, we got legendary Tim Witherspoon Jr. Big fight coming up April 12th on the ICS fight card in Albuquerque. He's coming out of retirement. He wants to fight, continue the legacy of the Witherspoon family name.
For sure.
And, he's got a son that's going to be making his pro debut pretty soon. He's kind of like Alex, he's an elite amateur like Alex, going to be making that pro debut. So, Alex, tell us a little bit about your upcoming fight announcement and what's been going on with you, man, since we last had you on.
Yes, sir. Got matched up for 165 on April 5th. And it's a show on the next weekend afterwards, just waiting on the matchup, waiting for the go-ahead. So I'm trying to stay as active as possible with the next year. I mean, there's like 3 shows in May as well. I've been training hard. I've been working hard, working every weekend and on farm. Like, I get it in. Getting the weight down right now, it's no problem.
Yeah, was that the weight that you fought at in the event in January?
No, I fought 176, but when I talked to Senior, he told me the only 2 matchups I had available for that show was 165 because there was no elite 176 for this April 5th show. So I'll get the weight down. I'll fight at whatever weight. I just want to fight. I just love to fight.
Yeah, that's what we talking about. Hey, Tim. Hey, man, how does that feel, Tim, to hear someone that's just beginning and hear the sort of the energy that comes along with that? Yeah,
like in the beginning of your career, everything's like new and it's fresh and exciting and you want to go forward and you feel like your O is never going to go, you're undefeated and all that, and for a lot of people, not a lot of people, for some people it continues that way. For some people it's a roller coaster. As long as you're prepared to ride that roller coaster and you don't get off, you're going to do all right. That's the main thing. Outlasting, I think, is a key thing in this game. You can't let that roller coaster mess with you.
That's a great outlook.
For sure.
Hey, Eric, I know you're not too familiar with Alex. Go ahead and shoot him any kind of questions, man, and he could tell you kind of fill you in.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for that. I'm going to ask you, like, you've probably already been asked because I know you've been on the show a couple times already. So forgive me if I'm asking questions you've already answered. I'm sorry. But just so my audience can kind of get to know you a little bit. How long have you been boxing?
I've been training for about 3 years, but I took a year and a half off of fighting because shit just wasn't working out for me. I had 4 fights back out after I weighed in and traveled and paid to stay. And changed up my training a little bit, but I'm just not getting back into it. So, I mean, I train Muay Thai as well, and I was doing that for about 6 months, but I took a whole year and a half off of fighting. So I got 12 amateur fights in my first year and a half training, fought after 3 months of training, and January 4th was my first fight back. So I'm just trying to stay as active as possible. Pedal to the gas. I'm trying to go pro as soon as I can. As soon as my coach is in my corner, I'm there.
Right, so is the holdup with going pro, like you're trying to, I guess, sharpen your iron a little bit first? Like what's the holdup exactly? I mean,
they say it takes 10 years to get great at anything, and when I'm comfortable, when my coach is comfortable with me going pro, I'm there. So it's just an experience level because, I mean, some dudes I'm fighting in the amateurs, they've been training for 4 or 5 years. I'm talking to them after the fight, and that was their first fight, second fight. Like, I started training, I got straight into it. I trial by fire. I learned my mistakes from losing fights, but just an experience thing. So that my coach say go.
The conversations you've had, I'm guessing you have a close relationship with your trainer, right? So,
Yes, sir.
Does he want you at a certain level when you turn pro, or is that what the holdup is? Or, because I know there's a lot of lower level guys in the pros as well. Like they kind of say sometimes a lot of the amateurs when they go to the pros, like the competition kind of goes down a little bit. So is that what it is? You want to be at a certain level already when you go pro?
I think that's part of it for sure. But I mean, I found my style right now. I'm just harnessing. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while because I'm just a fighter, but I'm trying to learn how to be a boxer. I started training when I was 19. I'm 22 now, so I'm still young. I still got a lot ahead of me, but make sure I'm, like you said, same level, just as ready as the other man that I'm about to go to war with in the ring.
Hey, Eric, I want to preface something for you to give you kind of sort of an idea of what's happening here. So my man Alex here came to Newport News, Virginia. This is where Sweet Pea's from, right?
Okay.
And at this boxing event, he's maybe one of 3, maybe 4 white people in the building. Everybody else in there is all black. You feel me? It's important that your audience understand that. So when what he's getting here is the sauce. You feel me? There's some sauce to be had around these parts. You feel me? So when he show up, he gonna show out. Believe me. Believe you that. Yeah, I only seen him fight once, and I already know that he got it. He got what it takes.
Okay.
Here to fight. I always gotta eat. Take my plate.
Do you feel kind of like you got something to prove because you're light skinned, white, like when you're sparring?
I don't look at anything like that. The only way I look at it is another man across from me that wants what I got. I'm not gonna let him have it. I'm gonna take what he has. I don't care what they look like, big, round, small, colors, different shapes. I don't care. I'm here to fight.
I grew up like that, Eric. I'm from the same hometown, Chuco. Being light skinned. You know what I'm saying? I was a minority, bro. But,
I guess what I'm getting at is like I know you don't care. That's great. Actually, that's a great mindset. But I don't know. You never get like that. Like, like I'm going to show this white boy what's up. Like you never had that experience before in the gym.
For sure. But I mean, as soon as the clock turn on, I know what's up. You know
that's like Eminem in 8 Mile. You know what I mean? Like what's up?
Jab, stab.
I walk into it and people dap me up. They know who I am, but not many people know my name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to change that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can show up to a freestyle rap battle and think you're just getting ready to eat. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, knees weak, arms is heavy. You feel me?
Yeah. Let me get Tim back in.
Okay. Shoot.
So I don't know what happened.
So you mentioned to us prior to coming on here that you were trying to get a number of fights in. Could you explain what that number was just for this year and what the plan is?
For sure. When I first started training, I talked to my coach right away because that's a lot of time you spend and dedication with no money from most of my fights. I've paid to fight. And he told me 20, 30 fights, I'll turn you pro. But it's really just this year, I think there's so far on the schedule, it's 9 possible shows. And I already fought the first month of the year. 2 fights in April. There's 3 possible fights in May. 1 in June, 2 in July, and a tournament in August. So I'm just trying to stay active. If I can fight every fight, I'm going to fight every fight.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm the only one. I always do this every week. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because your accent, your voice is so distinct. I must have missed where you're from and when your country music album is coming out.
Funny. I mean, I'd say I'm from Chesapeake because I've lived here. I live in Virginia Beach now, but I lived here for about 10 years. But I moved 8 times when I was a kid, up and down the East Coast, out to Hawaii, lived in Maryland for a while. I've been a lot of places and lived a lot of places for like 2 years. My father was in the Navy, but I don't know. I think it's just a combination of everything and my environment. I do work at a farm supply store, but I've only worked there for about a year, so I don't think it's from there.
Right, you got something going on.
Do you like country music, or is that?
I mean, it's all right. That's not the majority of what I listen to. I think I have like 3 or 4 country songs on my like songs of like 1,500. But
Okay.
Don't get Papi Chuñeño started on the country music.
Hey, listen, you get me started on it if you want to. I got head cracks for him. You feel me? Like, listen, man. For me, his style. I can't remember this kid's name, but he was from Florida, somewhere near the Orlando area, and he was like a swamp dude, and he had the he had the mullet, but that motherfucker was faded up, like he got it faded at the hood, and he had the hood sauce, and you would just be like, wait a minute, hold up a second. Oh, he's going to work on him. Oh, he got the sauce. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, man. Yeah, people got caught slipping out here. You ask our boy Scooter. He ran into one of them homeboys from the hollers out West Virginia, mountain boys, cold thumpers, and sat him down. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what you run into now. You know what I'm saying?
The chat's calling you Caleb Plant, bro.
that's a crazy compliment. Not on that level, not yet.
So I was gonna ask you, like, are you like a lifelong boxing fan? Has this been a passion of yours as a kid, or did you kind of just pick it up somewhere along the way?
Actually, no. When I was a kid, I mean, my mom had me in every sport you can think of. I was playing sports all year round, but I really never even watched fights for real. I was outside all the time and playing sports when I was in sports, and in school when I was in school. I really just picked it up. I was working at a Jersey Mike's when I was 18 by that time, working with a cast on, and lady came in with one of the COVID masks that was J&S Basic Boxing. Shout out Coach Johnny. And she told me I should come through 757 and check out the gym and see what's up with it. So I was like, fuck it. I put myself, once I got the cast off, I started training again because I hadn't done anything athletic in like a year and a half. And got myself a little cardio in, a little running, sprints in, push-ups, pull-ups, stuff like that, and walked in the gym, never walked out.
So I think I missed why you had the cast. Did you punch somebody? Well, why did you have a cast on?
That was before I started training. Yeah, I had a situation. I hit the top of the dude's head. He leaned his head down in a car, and man, I was going to work. I didn't even think about it. Like 2 hours later, my hand was blew up. I broke the middle finger bone of my hand. Had a cast, 3 fingers in it. I could only use these 2. Still working, still doing everything I needed to do. So I learned from my mistake.
An unsanctioned fight, basically.
Yeah, an unsanctioned fight. That's what it was.
Did you win?
I would say so.
Okay.
I don't think there was it was ulterior motives. He won't have me. I look fine. He got dragged out of the car. That's unsanctioned fight. Unsanctioned fight.
Hey, say you beat his ass without saying it. Yeah.
That's in the past, though. That's in the past. I keep myself straight inside and outside the ring. I learned a lot. Boxing saved my life for real. So,
Nice.
Eternally grateful.
That's good. Like, we definitely love to explore that angle. And I mean, I gotta give a shout out to my guy Jerry Forrest real quick. Jerry Forrest, he's a heavyweight boxer that's from here, and he's put this event together called Gloves on the Coast, and it's bringing new opportunity. They got a gym started. They got a youth center just open with Antoine Bethea. Like, the stuff that's happening around here is incredible. We're getting people off the streets. We're getting the youth and we're getting them involved in athletics and things like that, so they can get some discipline. And this model can be shown anywhere. You can take it, you can unplug it and plug it in somewhere else, and it'll do the same thing. So shout out to Jerry Forrest. Shout out to Gloves on the Coast. Shout out to the Newport News city councilman and mayor for also showing the type of support that we needed in order to get this thing off the ground. So yeah, I had to get that in.
Big love. Very big.
So, and shout out to Kano in the chat, by the way. Give us an idea. Not that there's no way to know because you're already in the path you are, but if you could go back right in time, and boxing doesn't come into picture, where is Alex right now? Like, where would you be at the moment without boxing?
Mm. Man, that's a hard question because I mean, I really don't know. I'd probably be lost still, or in a grave or in a cell, man. As boxing saved my life, it really set my priorities straight, taught me discipline, taught me how to be a man, and the biggest thing, obviously, it's a team and it's coaches, but you learn a lot about yourself doing things like standing off against another man 3 days a week, going hard, going to war, training for an actual war. So not anywhere good, I don't think. I got my ambition back. It really changed my life around.
Now, do you use boxing in other aspects of your life? Like me, I can relate anything to boxing. Is that something that you do now that you have boxing? Do you use it to advance yourself in other areas of your life?
Yes, sir, for sure. Because I mean, I love coaching. I really do. And just like being in that community environment of the gym with the kids and their parents and the coaches and just laughing and jokes. But the kids teach me more than I teach them for sure. And I think that I could translate boxing outside of the ring to do anything for real. If you just know how to keep grinding and not let up in any aspect of life, whether it's your job or relationships or whatever, as long as you're working on yourself, you're going to get better. You just have to put in the work.
Yeah, for sure. Do you see that as like your upbringing? Do you see that as something that kind of happens to a lot of kids in your community where they don't really have that direction, or do you feel like you were isolated in that, or do you have that? Is that a community?
That's a great question. I think growing up is hard. I mean, I'm still doing it every day. I'll probably be
Yeah.
doing it until the day I die. Life is just figuring it the fuck out every day, making a new way. So I think kids in every community, everywhere. I mean, the spot I was in, I felt isolated for sure, but it's probably a lot of people that was in the same spot as me, right around me, that also felt isolated. And people aren't big on communicating struggles because you're a man, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it's a problem for a lot of people. I feel like direction is still finding it every day.
But that's what's good about boxing because you can find direction using that energy with your hands,
Yes, sir.
um, and in a positive way. You don't have to be a angry person or somebody that wants to hurt people to be successful in boxing. You just gotta want to be successful.
For sure.
That's
Have that
it.
ambition and that drive.
Definitely.
Sure.
Now
You
you
know
said you
this.
were. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask. You mentioned you were doing Muay Thai, right? But now you're doing boxing. What's this? Well, two-part question. One, for you, which one is harder? And second, why did you choose boxing over Muay Thai?
So I started with boxing. I trained with Reggie Barnett Jr. when he was in camp for the interim BKFC 135 belt, when he was in camp for the belt and for 2 of his title defenses. So that really opened my eyes to shoot. Obviously, I'm not on the same level as this man in any capacity, but if I can put in the work, because I was there putting in the work with him, anything's possible. You know what I'm saying? But so I started with boxing. I started training Muay Thai because we would cross train. Shout out Grindstone, Virginia Beach. We cross train over at the gym on Wednesdays nights. They have their competition teams hard sparring. And they would just do hands with us. And Muay Thai is very different from boxing in a couple of aspects, like footwork and stance and weapons that you can use, obviously. But boxing will always be my first love. I really enjoy training Muay Thai, and I really enjoy the people at Grindstone. It's another loving community that I feel a part of. But I'm a boxer, man. I love Muay Thai. I'd love to fight amateur Muay Thai or amateur kickboxing, and I'm planning on doing it coming up here soon in a couple of months. But I mean, we'll see what the future holds. I think there's a lot more money in boxing than there is in Muay Thai, definitely. But my style, I do a lot of risky stuff. Like I've taken a fair share of head kicks at the Muay Thai gym already, just because I like to move my feet and keep my hands down sometimes. But I feel like
Hey.
boxing translates to Muay Thai translates to boxing, but I'm a boxer for sure.
Hey, the sauce got to come with some defensive responsibility.
Yes, sir, it
You
does.
can't just be stunting on people and styling on them, and don't. Sometimes people will just close their eyes and swing.
Definitely.
You got to be defensively responsible.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, how? I mean, it seems like you have the ability to get between different weight classes without causes. Do you are you like what type of like dietary supplement? I mean, are you like a vegan type?
What's your
You know what I
diet? Tell us your diet.
I'm big on nutrition actually. So I used to have all these stomach problems when I was a kid. I was on omeprazole, this like anti-reflux thing for a while, and I didn't look into nutrition at all when I was younger, and messed me up for a while. And I started thinking like, if we evolved from cavemen and Neanderthals, right, and all they really ate was animal and fruit, isn't that what our body's designed to run off of? So I started manipulating that, playing with it. When I was staying 165, I was eating 2 meals a day. It was like a cup and a half of rice and 3/4 of a pound of ground turkey and some eggs and some berries and some oranges. Now my diet's shifted. I've been eating the same way for about 2 years now. All I eat is grass-fed beef, lean beef, eggs, fish. Like, I eat a lot of salmon and fruit to fill in the gaps, some milk, some yogurt, honey. A lot of times before training, I got a whole jug of honey I'm just taking straight to the face right before I go train. It's easy 20 grams of liquid carbs. So I really try to stay with the holistic stuff like how our ancestors ate, because it makes my body feel the best and it definitely makes my brain feel the best. So,
Man, that was a thorough answer.
Yeah. That was a perfect. Yeah, he knows about his diet, man. That's
the
good.
same meal every single day. So I got it down to a T.
There's a lot of fighters that are just on meal preps, you know, and you know, I mean, that's cool if you can get sponsored by a meal prep company and get free meals and stuff like that. But you got to know what you're ingesting. You got to, you know, cook that shit yourself, man.
I enjoy cooking too, so that definitely helps because I can make different things. Like me and my lady tonight, we just made a orange honey crusted salmon.
Oh man,
Top 10, smacked, was crazy, fulfilled.
Hey, that's one thing we do out here is eat good. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the fish.
So you mentioned that you got a lady. How's she
Sure.
feel about you wanting this for your boxing career?
She's mad supportive, man. I don't even know how I found her for real. She's the greatest. I mean, we ain't been seeing each other that long. It's been like half a year, but like she was in my January 4th fight. I ain't asked her to come to no fight. I mean, that's just the way I am. I'm not gonna ask for support because I did this alone. I did this with teammates. I did this alone. Like, you want to be there for me, cool, and I really do appreciate it. But I mean, she's cool with it.
It's important, you know.
Definitely.
You need somebody that's going to be there. You know, when you might oversleep, to say, "Hey, yo, get up."
Definitely.
You gotta go run.
Fantastic.
Hey, shoot. Hey, Manny Pacquiao, old lady had to give him some soup. She had to feed him.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to make sure you got a down one, you know.
And I, like I told them last week, I couldn't even mention my fight without asking my wife if I could go to war first. You know, if you really are a student of chess or of war, you know that you can't do anything without the queen.
Yeah,
Right.
and I almost blew his cover too, bro. I seen that shit. My bad.
Damn, Skywalker.
I seen that, bro. I blew his cover, bro, because they started asking about the weather in Albuquerque, and I already knew, but it was supposed to be a secret. We're live on the show, but I'm like, yo, Tim, you know what? The weather, you know, we might have some April showers, bro, when you come. And I'm like, he's like, shut the fuck up.
With a loose lips since ships.
Quiet. I ain't asked permission yet. You know what I mean? But when I asked permission, he said, as long as you go and come back with his head, we good.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what kind of woman you want behind you. Somebody that's gonna send you to war and expect for you to go kill. You know what I mean? That's what you want.
Definitely.
And shout out to PYP, Clubber D, everybody coming in the chat. Hit that like button. We got Alex Erb and special guest Eric D Style Boxing, man. Go check him out on his YouTube channel. And you can follow Alex Erb and on his Instagram, and it's scrolling on the bottom at Alex Erb on IG at Adrenaline 06 Session.
Hey, Alex, who are some of your favorite fighters that you like to watch right now?
Like active fighters you're talking about.
Let's start with active, yeah.
Okay. I like watching David Benavidez. I like his style, I like his walk down, I like his bully. I like watching Caleb Plant. I missed his last fight, but it happens. Got a lot of things going on.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch that. I don't watch too much pro boxing unless like it's a fight that I've been looking for or wanting to see. Like I be asleep, man. I work hard. But
So I'm gonna take you back a couple of weeks because people are still talking about Gervonta Davis's fight, and I want to know your opinion. Now today, before you tell me your opinion, today is the first time that I heard somebody say that they thought Gervonta Davis won even with the knee going down. I heard that today for the first time. Alex, what is your opinion on that fight?
I think it was a good fight. I think if your knee hits the canvas, that's a knockdown. That's just basic boxing. You knocked it down, right? Even if you do it yourself. I'm not one for excuses. I don't like to talk really at all. I like to do my thing in the ring. So, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was some shady political stuff or what, because I have rewatched that knee a few times. It looked like he looked at the corner and then took the knee, but I don't know, man. If your hair is gonna get in your face, or if it has a chance to get in your face, you're a warrior. Shave that shit off.
Yeah, you gonna get cornrows because it look like you got a you got
Hey,
something
nah.
up there.
Not in the
You gonna
amateur.
have some hair product in your eyes soon?
Hell no. I mean, in the amateurs, I'm wearing headgear, so
Right.
it doesn't really play that much of a part besides the sweat. But I mean, breaking in your eyes, blink. Like I've shaved my head multiple times. I was thinking about doing it again. Not gonna lie, I had the clippers in my hand 2 days ago. My lady was talking about something. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me cut it. And I was like, all right. I just don't want to pay $100 for a cut, to be honest.
Yo, we
I'm
got
not
some
really worried
fresh
about how it
barbers around here, for sure. For
Word.
sure, got some fresh barbers.
Hey, but your hair could be the style, bro. You know, like we have another guy that comes on the show and he rocks a mullet, and you know that's like his image, you know. And he says he's gonna always rock the mullet every time he steps in the ring. He's always gonna have the Joe Dirt, you know, mullet going on. So, I mean, it could help you. I mean, your hair is, man, it's kind of wild, man, especially with your headgear on. And if you see the thumbnail I put up, you know, your hair kind of sticks out, makes you look kind of like a wild guy, bro. You know what I mean? You know.
It fits me for sure, but I mean, if I feel like it's too much in between my head and the rest of the world, I'm gonna take it off. I got no problem just putting the clippers when number 2 going to town. So I mean, whatever life has in store, I'm not too worried about it right now, though. I don't care about how I look.
Hey, this is a good start, bro. If people are saying you look like Caleb Plant, bro, that's a major compliment. You understand me? Speaking of Caleb Plant, hey, you know EdgarBelanga.com is available. So you know if you was to purchase that and then we was to see your gear there again, that would be hilarious. So Alex, man, what I mean, do you know much about your opponent that you got coming up?
I know where Jimmy's from. I forgot his name. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I know his weight. It really does not matter how tall you are or what your style is. I'm here working on me. I'm gonna put my best self in the ring. I do not care who I fight. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to have the opportunity to fight somebody. So I'm gonna do me the best I can. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There'll be another one.
Yeah.
Man, y'all can't tell me that ain't refreshing to hear.
It is. Hey, I was gonna ask you guys. My son, he wants to show you guys something. We went to an event today, and they had some old memorabilia. We ended up coming across a Johnny Tapia fight poster with some fight tickets inside of it. So I gotta show you. My son wants to show you guys. Go ahead. Show me the poster you got today. And that's when he fought Archuleta. That was in Vegas, I believe. Now, you know what I mean? Saying he got some fight tickets in there. Tapia Barrera, that's at MGM. and he got another ticket. It's Tapia and Ackerman, and I don't know where that was at. The ticket's kind of old, but yeah, some pretty cool memorabilia, man.
Yeah, that's dope right there.
Yeah.
Good collector's piece.
That's definitely dope.
Yeah, he was bugging me for 20 minutes, man. You guys, you're sitting next to me with that poster.
So, Alex, I was going to ask you, because we touched on a little bit of it just slightly, but have you thought about things like, sponsorships and how to get your name out there, marketing yourself as a fighter, as opposed to just the fighting side of things?
For sure. I have a coworker actually that he does all that media stuff and he makes money from it. Like,
Yeah.
he does sweet shit. But I'll walk into work and he'll give me like an idea for a new Instagram video that could get just eyes on my account and people tuning in. And I'm not gonna lie, I need to make the time to do it. But I know as a fighter, your job is to sell tickets. I'm still getting used to that part because I've never really been one to be in front of the camera or to shout my name out. So I definitely have to change that or to get big. But
hey man, ask your old lady, bro. I know. Listen, I had my old lady. You saw I had my old lady with me at the gym, and she was up there getting footage, bro. Like she loved it, man. Your old lady might actually enjoy that. You know what I mean?
definitely, I have
I want to shout out Randy Jean coming in. Shout out to Randy Jean. And I was gonna say too, we always do every time we got a guest on our show. I've been stepping up my video editing skills, and I hope you appreciate the videos we make too, man. You know,
Definitely.
we always try to do that, and those get a lot of reach too, man. And I think they get more reach than the actual live, man. Just getting the bread and butter, or getting some cool highlights from the video and putting them out there in a professional way. So that's what's
definitely.
up.
I appreciate you for real. I show love when I have to love the show. That's
Oh yeah, we made a good video with you last time, man. Randy Jean, salute.
So speaking of making time, right? Because I know I asked you like maybe current fighters at Benavidez plan, but you don't have a lot of time or don't really watch a lot of pro boxing. But since you got into boxing, have you gone back to watch maybe some old school fights, old school legends,
definitely,
and study them? And if so, like what are some of the fighters that you've watched?
my favorite fighter of all time is Tommy Hearns, the Hitman. I've watched most of his fights when I first started training because my coach just told me, "Hey, watch this jab, watch this distance control," and helped me out a lot. Really influenced my style. And I mean, I like the greats. I watched Floyd fights. I watched Canelo fights, but really the only person I studied was Tommy Hearns.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, when's the last time you heard some of these young cats mention somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? Strong with the jab.
Well, they should all the time.
Yeah.
But what's going on is I think that there's some kind of like everything is connected, and when you don't have the trainers to train these new fighters, they don't have any new fighters to watch. Excuse me. They don't have any new fighters to watch with those kind of skills. Not to say that new fighters don't have those kind of skills, but I think that it all connects into why you don't hear young kids say that anymore. Because the people with the old knowledge aren't here anymore.
Agreed.
Yeah. Just my 2 cents. Now, Skywalker, before I leave, I got to ask you a couple questions because I'm going to Vegas. You went to Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm going by myself, a solo trip.
Oh, shit.
But, yeah.
Did you get a room already? Did you already book a room?
Oh, they're paying for everything, bro.
They're paying for your flight and all that to the press conference?
Yeah.
You know, they asked me if I wanted to go, bro, because one of the main sponsors has me representing for his show. But I told them they have like 2 ring girls. I'm supposed to walk around with some ring girls with my wife, in little bikinis, around.
At the press conference?
And I'm supposed to get people to sign up, and I give them free merch like T-shirts and hats, which is cool, right? It's a cool gig. Right. But my obligation is my best friends, man. I'm in these gyms. I've been making my gym visits. We have 2 big fight cards in Albuquerque. Shout out to El Paso, man. D-Styles from El Paso. We just had Stephanie Hahn, I had to go to my hometown to witness her first round knockout and becoming a world champ, just like her sister. And that was amazing. We had an Albuquerque fighter that I support real heavy that went to El Paso. And that's where me and Eric, that's my hometown is El Paso, Texas, but I live in Albuquerque. So I support our community heavy, bro. I go to all the gyms, all the fighters know me. So I got to do media. So I don't know what I'm going to do, bro. I'll be doing some of that fight book stuff. And then I'm trying to do media, bro. I told him like, man, I can't, I got to focus on the guys, fighting.
But this is my question though. I'm going to be there from Wednesday to Friday.
Oh, in Vegas? Yeah.
I remember you had some stories of some things to avoid, some things not to do.
Hey, Tim, do you get some riders? Do you get riders? Some things that you can say you want to have waited for you when you get there?
I mean, I don't know.
You've never been to Vegas? You've been to Vegas, right, Tim?
No, this is my first time. This is why.
Hey, bro,
they're gonna hustle your ass, bro. Don't stop anything, bro. And then even in the hotels, they're gonna be like pulling you. You're gonna think it's all legit and shit.
Hey, tell them you want one of the tiny twins. Tell them you want one of the tiny twins to open your room up for you.
Yeah, man. I mean, the strip's cool, bro. But like I said, man, like everybody's out to hustle your ass. You know what I mean?
For sure. So just walk with my head down.
Act like you're from there. If you act like you're a local, then you're good. Don't be like gawking and eyeballing everything like you're all like amazed and shit, because then that's when everybody starts hitting you up.
So, well, I mean, what is he supposed? Is Cirque du Soleil out there 24/7? Like,
it's cool, bro. It's cool, bro. Like even inside the casinos is cool, but like just on the strip, be careful, bro. Like they're gonna try to hustle you on some bullshit.
I think you'll be all right.
They're like good salesmen, bro, out there. You want to talk about some good
I'm gonna just keep walking.
Just don't buy anything.
Bro. Have a good time. Go check out Fremont Street. Go downtown.
I might have to go. Well, what I want to do is I want to go to a gym, man. I want to go check out some gyms out there.
Oh yeah, go to DLX, bro. Go to DLX. Go to Top Rank. Go to Bones Adams gym. There's a bunch of good gyms out there, bro. And that's like another mecca for boxing, man. You want the best sparring, Alex? You go to Vegas, man. So
that'll keep you out of trouble for sure.
That's it. Yeah. One day we'll be seeing Alex there. I'm only there for a press conference. It's a fighter's dream to be there.
Hey, pack of water, bro, because water is like $7 inside the casino, bro. Like I had to buy my family water in the summertime. A round of water was like $28 for 4 water bottles. You know what I mean?
I don't know what my itinerary is, but as soon as I get there, they're gonna have a car waiting for me and everything. I don't know what's going on.
Hey.
But I just know I'll be there by myself.
You'll be good, bro.
Go ahead and get them shoulders loose.
God.
They got the massage. They say the massages out there is. I be massaging.
They got some good strip clubs.
I'm never hanging out with you.
Just say no.
We go to Deja Vu.
But just Alex, man, it was good to meet you, man. All the success in the world to you, man. You seem like a good kid, and you got your head on straight. I hope nothing but positive things for you. Me, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys next week. We'll probably be talking during the week anyway. I'll probably be sending you some footage from Vegas, Skywalker, because I'm gonna have Rampage Jackson there and everything.
They wanted me to go, bro, and I was all looking at it like, "What do you mean?"
But you don't have to go.
It don't make no sense, bro. Like, how are they doing a press conference for an Albuquerque fight in Las Vegas? How does that make any sense?
I have no idea. But all I know is they're flying me all the way from Philadelphia there, so I'm not. You know what I mean? Somebody's got something.
They trying to get you loose. I'm
surprised they like us still, bro. They like us because remember when your fight got canceled, bro? Eric, there was a whole story to this shit. Tim's fight got canceled in Atlantic City with the same promotion,
same opponent too.
And people didn't get their money back right away. And it was like the day after, right after the weigh-ins, they canceled the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not even a 24-hour notice. They canceled the show. They had to refund everybody's money. So people were all like bitching about their money. And then they were blaming someone. So we brought that someone they were blaming. That was BKFC, you know, Feldman, his brother. We brought him on the show,
Yeah.
David Feldman from Celebrity Boxing, and
Man.
we had to like clear his. He was trying to clear his names. I don't got to clear shit for them. He was all, you know, shit was wild, bro. That But now, hey, Tim's got the opportunity in Albuquerque. I like that they stuck with their promise of getting you a fight, bro, with them. So,
you know, at the end of the day, and Alex, you need to remember this: business is business. One thing might not work out with the same promoter, and then you go back another month and you guys can figure it out.
that's what happened in this situation.
Yeah, one thing my dad always taught me is that you always at least sit down and hear what they have to say, even if you don't like them. At least hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, man. When 11 o'clock hit, the after party start. So you need to make sure you up out of there because you know the freak offs they're fairly frequent out there. So you make sure you get on up out of that, Tim. We don't want to hear.
I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of office work.
Nice.
You're on a big card. You got Fernando Vargas Jr. on the card. You got Rampage
Mosley Jr.
Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, Mosley Jr. You got Brian Mendoza, champion too, coming back from Mexico. And we got Pitbull Torres, Matt the Diamond Boy Griego. I mean, we got
crazy,
Johnny
man.
Tapia's boys. Johnny Tapia's sons. My son just showed you the poster. His actual sons are fighting on the card, making their debut. Johnny Tapia.
I can't wait to hit Albuquerque too, man. That's gonna be a great time.
It is. You got my gym, bro. We're waiting for you. You've already sent some people to our gym from Philly, so that's badass.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a nice gym here. We got like a community gym type of deal. It's not a community gym, but it feels like one. You know what I mean? And there's different boxing teams and stables that utilize the gym, so it's not like just one coach, and you know what I mean? It's like multiple coaches, and the gym's he gives you the key. You know what I'm saying? If you need it for the daytime to train, whatever, it gives you the code, you know? So, so it's a cool gym, man.
I'll be there.
Yep.
I'll catch you guys next week.
All right, Tim.
All
right, guys.
Hey, let's shout out Pro Se real quick, man. Thanks for the drip, fam. That's this Pro Se merch is fresh.
Yeah, thank you, man. I've got on some Pro Se. We got to get Alex in some Pro Se gloves or outfit, a nice outfit for a big fight, man. He does custom outfits. He helps out with a lot of amateurs too, bro. I've helped out my gym with a lot of his gear. Good brother. He's running the World Boxing Bureau. He's got his own sanctioning body. He's making big moves. He's out there in New Jersey, man. He's a real good supporter, man. Look, he just gave him some trunks the other day too. He's got his WBB logo, his Pro Se.
Yeah, these joints are fresh, man.
Very clean.
I got to hook him up with you, D-Style Pro Se. He's a good friend of mine, man, and he's an entrepreneur, and he's got good equipment for affordable prices, and he's a businessman, but he does a lot. He has a good heart, and sponsors a lot of like underprivileged fighters. We actually sent Manny Pacquiao some gloves to the Philippines. It was expensive to ship out there, but we sent him and another Filipino fighter some gloves. So we do some stuff too, man.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all wait and see. Hey, they're gonna be Poppy Chun. Yayo I'm gonna have the boxing shorts sold. I'm gonna have the shoe. I'm gonna have the Tim's on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the 6-pack cracking. You know what I'm saying? 6'2" and some change, 240 all muscle. You feel me? Whoever want the fake, you get it. Nah, I'm just playing, man. But I'm gonna model my man outfit for you, man, fam. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But we could donate them to Alex when he go pro, so you could do something fresh for them. Hey, they fresh, bro.
Yeah,
I like it.
They fresh.
Get you some custom ones, bro. Hell yeah. But tell everybody where they can find you at, Eric. D-Style.
Well, me, it's pretty simple. Just D-Style Boxing. That's going to be on all platforms. If you go to Google, put D-Style Boxing, you'll see everything there. The only one that's different is Instagram because somebody else owns D-Style Boxing. A dude with like 5 followers. I don't know who he is, but so it'll be D-Style_boxing on Instagram. But other than that, here on YouTube, D-Style Boxing is the place to find me.
Oh, yeah,
and,
man.
Just kind of like speaking of things like. So everything I make on a channel, whether it's memberships or super chats, ad money, all of it. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I every month I do help sponsor some like amateur boxers, sometimes even some pros. I always give it back. And it's always to fighters. No offense to managers or promoters or anybody else with their hands in a cookie jar. I don't give them any money. It always goes back to some amateur fighters and stuff like that. Help them pay for tournaments and things of that nature.
I was telling Papi Chinello that you got a good relationship with Tim Zoo's coach and a lot of Australian boxers, man. That's pretty cool, man. You guys check out, he's got some good interviews, man. He's always knows what's going down under, right?
That's right. Kind of
oi.
I'm RCE.
Oh, it had good collar. The collar was good.
Yes, mate. Yes.
Yeah, bro. That's man. Australian dudes they wild out there, bro. Like it ain't what you think it is. If you thought Crocodile Dundee was something else, it's wild out there. You know what I'm saying? I've met a few Australian cats and I love them. They was like, I don't know. It was like thrill seeking on 10. Like it's time to go do something wild.
You know what I like about the Australian boxing scene? I mean, they're by land they're big, obviously, but it's still small in population. Yeah. But all their fighters have in common, like this is no bullshit, is that they're all tough as fuck. Like I never seen an Australian fighter like just quit in a fight that I could think of off the top of my head. Right. Well, we're just talking about Tank Davis having some grease in his eye and takes a knee, but Tim Tszyu had blood in his eyes for 11 rounds and kept fighting. Like that is nuts to me. Right. So they're like, obviously there's going to be some really skilled fighters, some not as skilled, but overall they're all real. They're tough. There's some tough motherfuckers out there. Even their female fighters are tough. Like it's crazy. Like
their females are man. Yeah. You think about their females are real tough.
Yeah.
Bro, hey, have y'all ever seen the haka? Yo, the Tongan and the Tongan Pacific Islander motherfuckers, they bone density is a little different.
Yeah.
If you look at the NFL roster, there's a lot of them cats.
It's Australia and all this like New Zealand, and they're all tough. Like
them dudes are tough. Yeah. They built different over there.
Hey, shout out to Marzaic, man. He's a good brother. He was like, "Hey, Alex, how was the weight cut?"
It's going pretty decent. I mean, it's easier than it should be because I've just played around and manipulated with water loading over the past year or so. Just not even fighting, just seeing what I can get off with the least amount of strain on my body. So right now, I just cut my food back about 500 calories, and my carbs are down pretty low, but I'm just taking them before training. The week of the fight, I drink about 1.5 gallons of water every day right now with my job and with training. And on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'll be drinking 3 gallons of water. And then on Thursday, I'll drink 1.5 gallons like normal. And then on Friday, I'll drink 3/4 gallon. Because when you start to drink more than you need to, like I'm pissing 20, 25 times a day. I'm waking up in the middle of the night to piss when I water load. But then on Thursday, when I drink that normal amount of water, body's still excreting like it thinks it's getting more water. So I can drop 3.5, 4, 5 pounds one time in the span of a week without starving myself or training any extra. So I was about 176 this morning. Tomorrow or next week, I'll probably be 175, 174.5. Now I just do that water load and I'll be straight. Because I know people that'll starve themselves weeks out from the fight, and you want to perform at your best, you got to fuel that body. So I try and do it in the smartest, easiest, fastest way possible.
I want to gauge you a little bit in terms of this boxing thing. So, and I asked this to because I've interviewed a lot of products. I asked him the same question, and there's a follow-up. Like, how important is success, you being successful in this boxing thing for you? Like how bad do you need this? Like, is there any room for failure here? Like, is there how important is this thing for you?
I mean, going pro, getting to pay like medium level fighters would change my life. I'm hungry, man. I don't want to do anything else with my time anyways. It's the first thing I ever really loved and found passion in. But in terms of a belt or the uppermost echelon, I don't really define that as success. I mean, definitely that's success in the ring. That's what most people aspire to be. But for me, I'm living. I mean, I take failure as a lesson. So as long as I'm learning and growing as a man every day, learn and grow, that's really what I'm here to do. As a fighter, as a man, every aspect of life.
Okay. Do you have any is there any backup plan, or is it like the ships are burned, this is it?
Ship's
Like,
been burned. I tried to get into the military, it ain't work out. So I mean, I was always going, like I said, it's what I love to do. So I was always gonna keep training just for fun. But started out trying to make a way from training. And I'm gonna see it through to the end.
yeah, do you remember when Caleb Plant? I forget the name of the guy, that Subway guy. Do you guys remember his name?
Oh yeah, Jared. The
Well,
Subway guy got in trouble.
Jordan Jared, but yeah. So he fought a guy that, like, you know, he had good schooling and he had like a degree, and Plant didn't have anything, right? And I'll never forget it. Like, it was I think it was after the weigh-in, and he said, "This guy's not going to beat me. This is all I got." Like, he's got school, he's got all this other stuff. Like, do you have that same mindset?
Definitely 100%. I mean, I look at my life as you can take different avenues, and I know I'm an intelligent man. If I wanted to go to school and get a degree or get a certification in a trade, I could do that. As long as I just put the foot to the gas, I'm gonna achieve whatever I need to achieve. But I'm not trying to live a life that I don't enjoy. And I feel like through the coaching and through the learning and through the fighting, there's no faster, better way to grow as a person. So this is all I want. This is all I'm gonna do. If life turns out, I don't know, something horrible happened, and that's all I'm left with is going to school or something, I'll do that. But I mean, as of right now, as of to the grave, this is what I'm doing. This is all I got.
You ever have dreams? Like, do you ever like have a dream like you win the world title, or there's a big event, Vegas, MGM, something like that? Like, you ever have these dreams and then wake up?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't dream that often, to be honest. Most of the time, it's not even really dreams. Most of the time, I'm just having nightmares at the bottom, and I'm failure and not learning from the failure, because I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and didn't learn from them like I should have. So I think it's really the other side that pushes me more than the aspiration of a championship. I think my failures push me to be greater than trying to be one of the greats.
Okay. You are you a spiritual, religious guy?
I say I'm spiritual, not religious.
Okay.
I was raised in religion, but
you believe in like manifestation, like manifesting your future?
Definitely. I mean, to a point, right? If you manifest enough to make something happen, it might happen. But if you manifest enough to make it happen and you do everything in your power to make it happen, it will happen. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is more powerful than anything else you could have. Your mind can tell your body to do whatever. It's all about you versus you. I mean, I'm always aiming in the mirror. I'm always trying to get better as a person, as a man.
Hey, look, Eric, I'll say this. You don't have like what I call cookie cutter answers. So what I mean by that is a lot of times guys just have the cookie cutter same answers, right? So your answers are actually very unique. I just want to say that. Very unique answers.
What my mama say.
Yeah.
They're good too, man.
Eric, hey, that's what what you're hearing? You're hearing the sound of a person that's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Right? That's what that sounds like. Like when a person finds the one thing that they're supposed to be doing and they get into it, it's not work. It's just it's a way of life, and that's it. And I'm willing to sacrifice whatever it is I got to sacrifice to get there. I love to hear it. Hey, I wish there was more of this.
They say you're gonna do good with marketing once you go pro, man. You have the right answers ready for reporters and stuff like that. You know, it's gonna market yourself. It's gonna make you worth more money too. You know.
I'm excited.
Yes. Are any of your teammates gonna be fighting that day as well?
Yeah, we have 3 of my teammates are fighting that day. Is Gary Thomas and Twin. Twin he's 8-1. I think he's 16. He's got at least 2 knockouts. I could be wrong on that. I told you I was at the gym for like a year. But yeah, they got kids coming up. I mean, senior's about to turn one of the kids, Matt, shout out Knock Knock. He's about to turn him pro next year. The kid is fun to watch. I gotta have him on the show. He's got a lot of
Yeah,
personality.
definitely, man. If you want to bring,
like him.
If you want to bring your squad on, we can just all of us can just sit here and talk boxing.
That'd be
You
dope.
know, that's it. Just like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I think you got to get yourself a drink catcher, brother. Well, those nightmares. I'll say that.
Well, I don't want to keep them. I let them go. I sleep with the window open, man. I'm trying to get rid of those. I wake up and make it happen in the day so the nightmare don't turn into reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, you talking to a guy who's been in war and has been through, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, I got an old lady. I'm a big dude, bro. If I was a swing in my sleep, I've been caught a case. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's good that you get up. Definitely, you know, like, hey, we encourage you know, people to have like, you know, sports psychologists and to have therapy and have somebody to talk to. We encourage those things because it needs to be normalized. So, you know, if ever you feel like, you know, maybe the sleep thing is getting out of hand, all you gotta do is talk to somebody. They got something for you, something to talk about, you know, a solution, something to try. But we encourage that for sure. Definitely. And if any of the guys at your gym, you know, you guys are building a team, you know what I mean? So somebody feels like they need to talk to you about something that's happening outside of the sport, you're the brother, you know, you're there to listen to them.
Definitely.
And it's the same thing, you know, that's just another way of normalizing, you know, us having a conversation with each other versus us just popping off and stealing on each other.
For sure. Yeah, I walk in the gym. I try to ask all the kids I see. I ask them how they feeling, and I mean, some people give me some "What's up," but you know, I'm trying to see how you feeling. I ask them again. They tell me they're tired. They had a long day. They don't want to be here right now. All this, all that, and try and just give them. I mean, I'm not no motivator, but I'm in the same situation y'all are, so we here to do it together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It's always love.
Well, is there any more shout outs you want to give? You got an event, a date, a time?
Yeah, how can people get tickets and all that, man? Let everybody know.
April 5th is 629 Hampton Avenue. It's the Newport News Boys and Girls Club. I think it should start around 2 or 3 p.m. We always have stat cards. We usually have like 25, 30 fights, something like that. So we'll see what happens. But hey, that's a basketball gymnasium in Pitt. I think the last show was at least 100 people.
Oh, it was way more than that.
Packed. Yeah.
Yeah, the fire marshal said we couldn't let nobody else in.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, my people came later in the show too, because I'm one of the last fights because I'm a elite adult. But and luckily enough people left that they could come in because whenever the kids fight, they usually go home with their family. So
yeah, hey, Poppy Chunyayo, Boxing Media be in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we plan to get this thing on live and to get it on Facebook so that, you know, you guys can witness some of this amateur event. So we hope and plan to be able to do that and get some interviews with these guys, get them on our channel so that we can introduce you guys and you guys can follow their career and help support in any way that they can, any way that you can.
Hey, I was going to tell you, Ernest, too, that they got an app. You know, when you go live and shit, it doesn't give it that good of quality. You can't pick up shit. But I forgot it, but I got to look it up, man. But there's a mobile streaming app, right, for YouTube, and you can download it, and it works real cherry, bro, as far as, like, you know, I have a Galaxy, so it gives me that, you know, that 4K, 8K quality. You know what I mean? So, I mean, of course, it'll only be, 1080 on YouTube, right? But it gives you a better quality, and you can zoom in better. So I'll have to find that app, bro. So if you're going to stream a fight, you know, on the go, it's better to use that app.
Okay.
shout out to Chris in Ireland. They just had the 360 Boxing Promotions fight card. Oh man, shit! That Walsh Sutherland, bro. Walsh is a beast, man. Yo, Walsh looks pretty good, man. King Callum Walsh got it done in one round, right?
Yeah, so Berlanga too. Like I don't know what y'all was thinking. Oh, hey, our boy Zarafa, the guy we interviewed, you know, I hit that one right smack. I called KO7. That's exactly what he gave. Ooh, direct hit, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to Keith Thurman too, man. Did his thing.
One time.
And you know what? I was giving it criticism, bro. I was all thinking Thurman was gonna get beat by Jarvis. You know, I didn't give him his credit. I know what he did to Barrios, you know what I'm saying? But just that inactivity, bro. You just don't know. But you see him.
I picked Jarvis. I had Jarvis stopping Keith in the ninth. Bro, I was like, man, Keith one time every 3 years, bro. This young bull at 154 about to do something to him. And not so much.
He'll be back in 2028, so get ready.
Yeah, you got it's gonna take him a little. We can go back to Nepal and that money go a long ways in Nepal. Hey Keith, man, I'm just joking, man. If you do go back to Nepal, get your boy some of that mad honey, man.
You know what's crazy is that obviously in hindsight, anybody could look at it in hindsight and say, "Oh, everybody should have known," but I predicted Keith to win, but there was just no way to know. Like there was no data to go by. He was inactive for 3 years, fought once in 5 years or 6 years. So what are we supposed to think? We don't know. I mean, the last time he was scheduled to fight, he got injured just in training, right? So some people didn't even think he was going to make it to the fight, right? So, but he got through it. No injuries that we know of anyway, and Jarvis is a tough guy, and nowhere near the skill level of Keith, and I think that showed. But Keith definitely had enough in the tank and did his thing. Because I think if you had the power to know, or he's not going to be over the hill, I don't think anybody would pick Jarvis to win.
Yeah. I used to like him, bro. And then I remember Paro beat him. Remember when he fought Liam Paro?
Yeah.
And I kind of noticed that he didn't have good boxing ability. You know, he's this real strong type of fighter. You know what I mean? So
he's very straightforward. Just so when Keith was giving him angles, the guy was a little lost. To be honest, when he elevated the skill level a little bit, Paro he didn't even know what was going to come next. You could just tell. And when Keith, I think it was like a body shot, and Keith it's like a shark and with smelling the blood in the water, he knew. You know what I mean? And it was a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good finish for Keith. Always has been. But his first stoppage in how long? Keith hasn't stopped anybody, I think, in like 10 years. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
You know, I think after, he lost to Pac-Man, you know what I mean? And everybody, and then he was inactive. And then, you know what I'm saying? The Barrios one was kind of good. But then
you know what else? He's got to let it go.
His
hairline's over here.
Him and LeBron.
But he's being invasive. He's got a bald spot. It's on both ends, like Keith. And I think people saw that, and it just helps with the always over the hill, like because they looked at his hairline. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah.
Dang, you ain't said he's thinning out. He's thinning out up there, huh?
Hey, there's a good female fight coming up, and I want to get your prediction, Eric, because I know that you like female boxing too. We've got Sky Nicholson versus Tiara Brown for the WBC strap.
Good fight.
What do you think about that fight, man?
That's a really, really good fight. I've actually interviewed Tiara Brown. She's been wanting that fight, not because it's Sky, but because she's been wanting her title shot. So naturally, you want to fight for the belt, right? And Serrano has the other ones, and she hasn't been active in this weight class for a while, so.
Yeah.
She's been calling out, Sky. I think it's a great fight. I do think Tiara Brown wins.
Yeah.
But that's not a confident pick. I think it's going to be a good fight. It's a tough fight to pick, in my opinion.
Yes.
Sky is the favorite. But
Sky can box, though, and Sky can pull a kind of fight where she just, backs that. Doesn't want to get hit by Tiara.
Here's the thing with Tiara. Tiara has a stamina. Tiara has like a scholarship in like track and field and stuff. You know what I mean? So she's got stamina. She could keep going, and she's been fighting at the same gear against the girls she's been fighting. I think she's going to be able to keep up with Sky Nicholson on the feet. People need to know this about Tara Brown. Tara Brown beat Michaela Mayer in the amateurs. She beat Gina Fuchs in the amateurs. She's a world champion in the amateurs. Sky Nicholson never became world champion in the amateurs. People need to understand that there's levels to this in terms of as far as that goes, because it's easy for people to think like Sky is a great boxer and she's the Olympian. She was, but she didn't medal in the Olympics. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously, I think she's beatable. It's just that I do believe that she's been matched very well. I'll admit I thought the Raven fight would be a lot tougher for Sky. It wasn't, but Raven just didn't have the footwork to keep up with her. But in this fight, Tara is going to be able to keep up with her. Yeah. And Tara's really good at staying in the pocket and countering off of the counters, right? So she's going to be able to be first and counter the counters as well. And I think that's where she's going to give Sky a problem. Now, granted, as you mentioned, Sky's a really good boxer. She's quick, and Sky also has some long-ass arms, dude. Holy shit, she's got some long arms. So
she's got the longer reach, though, Tara or Sky?
I think Sky. I could be wrong about that, but I think Sky does. But she's got some octopus long arms, and she knows how to use her range very well. The only problem with Sky, though, is that I don't think she could hurt Brown.
She gonna bust a grape in the fruit fight. Brown, her
athleticism. I don't think she even has
athleticism.
She's one knockout out of 12 wins. So
yeah, there's an athleticism versus technique.
But it's a great fight, though. I mean, look, if Sky Nicholson gets this win, people got to give her credit, because even I've been critical of her opponents, but at the same time, this is the fight I've been wanting. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite. And if she beats, I'm picking Brown to win. So I'm not going to turn around if she does win, be like, oh, well, I'm still not impressed. You know what I mean? Like, she deserves full credit. Either one of them does. This is a great fight. The other good one is Sugar Neeks against Nina Hughes. Look, I'm not a fan of the way Sugar Neeks has gotten her title shots, because both the title shots you got them coming off losses, which I don't understand.
It's because she comes on OnlyFans, bro, for the wins.
Well, I guess I know the answer, but the fight with Nina Hughes was close, but I do think Neeks won, in fairness, and I think she'll win again. I think it'll be close again, and I don't think Nina's going to get the decision in Australia. So she's got to beat her really convincingly, and I just don't think she could beat her like that. But so I got Sugar Neeks in that one.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Another 50-50 fight is Lester Martinez and Joshawn James coming up on Pro Box. That's another good one. Lester Martinez 18-0, 15 knockouts, and Joshawn James 9-0 with 2 draws and 5 knockouts.
Good fight.
That fight was supposed to be made, and then they I don't know what happened. Somebody got injured, or what?
I heard some stuff, but I was told in confidence. I don't want to reveal too much, but I know why, but they are where they are now. Based off what I know, I think Joshawn James is going to win. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Yeah, and they're both really good, man. I still think it's like, well, what do you think? It's a 50-50, 60-40?
60-40 sounds right. Like I'll say that on paper.
I got James. And I got Tierra.
Yeah, we played a league, man. So I was just reviewing some of the fights we got coming up. I like Vladimir Hernandez. He's got a fight.
Tara Brown, by the way, I don't know if anybody in the chat or you guys gamble, but I think she's a 4-1 underdog. I mean,
what? Ooh. I'm putting some money on her.
Hey, Berlanga beat the Ozempic body off old boy. You feel me? And I was like, oh yeah, that's KO1 easy.
Yeah.
Easy. That was the easiest pick I ever had.
KO2, bro. I thought he'd make it out the first round a little bit because of his record. But then his physique, bro. I seen the panza and the lojas coming out, the big gut.
It was like plus 900 for KO1 or something like that.
You know what it looked? It looked like Berlanga's opponent pulled out, and they just needed somebody, so they pulled somebody off the crowd. You know what I mean? And just had him get in the ring with Berlanga. That's what it looked like. What's baffling to me is Berlanga doesn't make weight. He weighs in at 169.5. Right, But the WBO NBO title for 168 super middleweight was still on the line. And he wins the belt and he puts it on like on the shoulder and he's just accomplished something.
Yeah,
right?
he missed weight. Yeah, he did miss
And
weight.
he missed weight. And I don't know you guys have Twitter, but Caleb Plant called him out. Like, bro, you didn't even make weight. How the fuck you fighting for the belt?
Hey, EdgarBerlanga.com is still available. You feel me? Hey, you
Those
see
two
your
got a
boy,
fight, by the way. They got a
bro.
fight.
My man had a meat suit on, bro. It was like he had a skin suit, and he was like inside of it.
Oh, we have to show you the picture. Man,
come on, bro.
The knockout in it was crazy.
You could cut that dude's skin off and make a teepee out of it, bro. It was crazy.
See, Alex, hey man, you ain't trying to hear it. We ain't, hey, bro. We don't have to go to work, man. Make sure you keep it tight, fam.
Definitely. I mean, what you put in your body is what you get out, and how hard you work is what shows. So,
imagine the press conferences for Berlanga and Caleb Plant.
Oof. Fireworks. Yeah, boy, my man built he got a chicken pot pie body.
sure.
Honestly, I don't even know why they televised that fight. That was a joke of a fight.
The crust hanging off the side of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Oh man, it's SpongeBob SquarePants characters, underwater body built boy. You feel me? Let me stop.
Oh man.
Hey man, listen. Alex, is there again, man? Is there? Thanks for coming on the show tonight, man. We appreciate you coming back in. We definitely want to see you back here. We're going to follow your career, man. If there's a way we can support, make sure you let us know. And I'll definitely be at the fight, so I'll see you there.
No. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me. It's a big opportunity. And by chance it happened because you was at the event. And sweet connection. I appreciate y'all for everything y'all do for all the amateurs, for all the pros. Because, I mean, the amateur life's a hard life. Right? That's why I'm trying to go pro, trying to make this a little bit easier. I mean, working 6 days a week, training 6 days a week. I'm out my house for 14 hours a day. Like, when I'm in my house, I'm doing dishes, I'm cleaning, I'm going to sleep, I'm stretching, I'm rehabbing. So it's just a day after day grind, and y'all making it smoother. So
yeah, I'm trying to keep you motivated, man. To stay motivated and keep that same mindset, man.
Yes, sir.
You do great, man.
Yeah, we'll we'll always try to assist with some sponsorship type stuff, man. Even if it be us connecting you to somebody that knows somebody, you know what I mean? We'll definitely try to assist the best we can.
Thank you for sure.
Cool. Well, everybody follow Alex Erb at Adrenaline06 Session on Instagram. And I appreciate you, Eric. We got D-Style, man. Great channel. I've been subscribed for a while, man. He's from my hometown. You guys give him a follow. He's got a great show, does great interviews. He's got a great co-host, too, Calix. So shout out to them. And then we got Papi Chunyeyo. Check him out. He's got his YouTube channel up. He's trying to grow it. It's Papi Chunyeyo.
Train, win, repeat.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Cool. Thank you, guys. You guys have a good night. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Lance Meyer, Gray Fox. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Marzaic, Picasso, everybody. Much love. Peace.